Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card. This one is all about what makes you so unforgettable. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, it's really good to have you. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, it's really good to connect with your energy and I appreciate you guys stopping by. Now, I have done a bit of a pre-shuffle and I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each card up close so you can get a better vibe of each group, and I will see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like a Mason.
Hey, group one, all of you that selected gift number 34, the treasure inside. This is going to be your reading all about what makes you so unforgettable. All right, so this is a absolutely beautiful card. There is a real sense of childlike wonder here and playfulness, and such a beautiful connection to the universe, to spirit. I feel a gratitude for life. I also feel a connection to shadow here and light, a lot of balance. This to me feels like someone who has been through a lot, so they understand the power of darkness. They understand the power of the struggle. They also understand the power of the light. Yeah, I feel like you've had a pretty tough life, but you have emerged, or you are emerging, looking more beautiful and wonderful. And I feel like when people see you, they don't see the struggle. You've made your journey, your hardship, your battle look very easy. And sometimes this is at a disservice to you, okay? Because you make hard things look very easy. Let's get these cards and see what else came out. We have Dress of Alchemy, release your power. You know, I feel like people sometimes look at you and they underestimate you. And that makes you so unforgettable, because when this massive giant comes out of this sometimes very innocent and playful, harmless almost to some people looking person or image or energy, it's shocking. It's unforgettable. I feel like sometimes people see you, this is a vision I'm getting, like a little hill, a little anthill, but they don't understand that little anthill is actually the top of a raging volcano. So be very careful, step very lightly, because you just don't know. You don't know what lies beneath the little innocent looking anthill that's minding its own business. I feel like you mind your own business a whole lot, and people, they want your attention. They want your attention because I feel like underneath this beautiful little image of playfulness and wonder, tranquility, but there's depth here. They feel this rumbling sometimes. They feel there's something more and they want it. And boy, sometimes they bite off more than they can chew, huh? You may be you may be of smaller, sorry, my tongue's heavy, smaller stature. You may be short, y'all. My tongue's heavy. I can't help it. It's my medication. Okay. We have Persephone, maturity. I feel like that often takes people by surprise. You are wise beyond your years. I think people see you and they don't realize how wise you are. I do feel like some of you guys don't look your age. That makes you unforgettable. You may have Leo energy. A lot of times Leos look younger than what they are, or when they were younger, they look old. They look older. Like people think when you're 15, people think you're like 25, and when you're 25, people think you're 22, because there's this air of youth about Leo. Um, there's something very adorable also about your energy, that endears people to you, but I also get you're a little pistol. You're a little pistol. Okay, we have freedom. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple of energies here with this freedom card. I feel like there is an air about you of playfulness that a lot of people lose. And maybe you lost it, and part of your healing journey was you are reclaiming it, or you are reconnecting with it. Either way, I feel like people see you as someone who's very free, or a free spirit. And it's inspiring to some. It makes other people uncomfortable, but it's something that people remember about you. This free spiritedness, this wild child. Some of you guys, I hear people saying that you're a wild child or a child of nature. Some of you guys are very connected to nature. You may be in the craft, you may be an herbalist, or drawn to crystals, or something like that. Let's keep going here. We have the Rainbow Reviver. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling this as healing energy. Let's keep going and get the rest of these cards. We have endurance. I feel like they see all this like kind of precious, adorable energy, very, very connected. And wow, people don't realize like what you've been through, what you have endured, all of this shadow, all of this deep connection behind this light and playfulness. It really takes people by surprise, and they don't realize what this beautiful, sweet energy has been through. And once they understand what you've been through to shine so brightly, they realize what a gift you are. A lot of people feel like you are a gift. You are a gift in their life because you remind people to be playful. You remind people to follow their dreams. You remind people to not give up because you haven't given up. We have deliverance. I feel like in so many ways you are your own hero. You've had to kind of save yourself. That's the endurance here. And I feel like for so many people, your ability to become your own savior, to become your own phoenix, to really dig deep and go through your own healing cycles makes you unforgettable. I think the fact that you have retained your light in a lot of dark places makes you unforgettable. And when you are able to open up and share your story, again, it makes you unforgettable. The amount of growth with this maturity, the amount of transmutation and transformation. And I think many times you don't give yourself enough credit. And some of you guys are not really connecting with the idea of how truly connected you are to the other side. A lot of you guys have gotten a lot of your strength to endure from the other side. Your prayers, your chants, your magical work, your faith, your mental work, whatever this is, it was very powerful and it continues to be so. I think people are really impressed by your ability to keep your joy and your sense of humor in really dark times. It takes a certain kind of soul to see humor in dark situations. And I feel like we're kind of tiptoeing around some trauma, which we're not going to trigger any trauma here, but I feel like some of you guys have had some serious trauma, and you have fought to not allow that to break you. You have fought to allow that to help you grow, to help you revive yourself. And this is not a path for everyone. And you've done it beautifully. You've done it in a way that has not just fed you, but it has inspired others. It has made you so completely unforgettable to people. I feel like people wonder how you do this. How did you do this? How do you continue to go on? Because I feel like, not for all of you, but for some of you, you have been through repetitive cycles dealing with tremendous things, that just one of those things would leave someone in a really dark place, and many people wouldn't be able to get over it. It would take a lifetime to get over just one of those things. And some of you guys have had many of those things, and you still have this energy of like, I know there's darkness. I know it's been painful, but I acknowledge it. I don't run from it. I deal with my stuff. I deal with my darkness, and I lean towards the light, and I'm here in my completeness. I accept my shadow. I accept my light, and it's beautiful. And it's an inspirational to other people. Oh, wow, we have you. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So I feel like Spirit's coming through and saying, hey, you're doing it. You're doing whatever you have set out to do, your life purpose, your growth, your healing. I feel like you and so many, and I hate to say this because I know for so many people it creates pressure and anxiety. Please don't let it, okay? But you really are an example to so many people. You're such an inspiration. And I want to encourage you and not get hung up on being an inspiration. Don't allow perfectionism to color that, okay? Your journey is not supposed to be perfect, okay? Your journey is supposed to be what it is. You know, it's supposed to be authentic and human and messy, you know, and some days you don't feel like doing it, and some days it's super hard, and some days, you know, you may feel like it's not worth it, or you want to quit, and that's completely normal. That's a human experience. That's very valid. And I want you to know that it's really normal to want to quit. It's really normal to want to give up, no matter how many good things or good healing sessions or how you've come out on top. It's very normal for you. That's a normal human emotion. But what makes you different is that you don't. I feel like you sit with the emotion of that, you allow the emotion of that, and then you keep going. You don't judge yourself for it, you keep going. Now, if you're experiencing that, I encourage you to not judge yourself for that. Allow the feeling, don't suppress it, and then the next day, get up and keep going, okay? It is a self-sabotage thing. And I feel like a lot of you have gotten over it. That was a generational thing, right? Okay, I'm going to get a couple more cards here. Tell me more about what makes group 1 so unforgettable. I feel emotional intelligence here. I feel someone who is very emotionally intelligent. Okay, we have releasing emotional weight. Yes. I feel like you just no longer keep emotional stuff that's not yours. You don't add baggage anymore. I feel like you have attained that kind of like conscious observer method of helping people or being in relationships with people, unless they're like really close, right? But generally speaking, you try to observe. This is a very air sign kind of perspective, air sign in good balance, I should say, where you kind of like observe situations and, you know, try to help your friends or try to help people from a very balanced perspective. Libra energy here, Justice card energy here. And sometimes, you know, you're not perfect, but I think you have really good intentions. I think people remember you for how much energy you put into trying to help them and trying to help them with really good intentions. Like, people know that you have the very best intentions, and that's really super powerful. We have choosing experiences wisely. I think you are very careful with who you allow in your life. And so the people who get close to you, the people who are able to gain access to this beautiful person, really feel like you're a gift. And they feel very blessed to be in your energy. They feel very blessed to be around you. And I feel like this feeling of specialness they have in being in your circle really makes you a gift to them. You give to them in so many ways. And I feel like sometimes you feel like you don't give enough, or people don't realize how you feel like people don't realize how much you value them. And I think sometimes you may have a history of overgiving. That's what I'm giving to with the gift here. You may have given so much in the past. You may have overgiven of yourself. So you deal with kind of how to give to people in healthy ways and not overgive, and how much to give. So you may be dealing with that. So you may kind of always have this kind of tape running in the back of your mind of like, have I given enough? Do they know that I care about them? Do they know that I'm there for them? You may be struggling with that, and I just want to encourage you to know that people do know how much you mean to them. I think they worry about if you know how much of a gift you've been to them in their life, okay? Because people really, really appreciate you. And I think it's important that you take that in and really understand how much you mean to people, because I feel like you may struggle with that, all right? Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected blessings, number 38, prayers heard. This is going to be your reading all about what makes you so unforgettable. Now, keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates. I'm hearing like you're a lucky charm to a lot of people. People around you often get blessed by your energy. So this is a really interesting energy. Of course, that makes you unforgettable. All right. So let's get into your cards and see what else came out for you. Let's see. We have Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. Aww. People enjoy being around you. People enjoy your energy. There's something very magical about your energy. Okay, there's something very magical. We have, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Mother of all, divine care. I'm not going to butcher her energy. Okay, not her energy, her name. We have beauty, mermaid. Ooh, you're very beautiful. And you're very connected to the divine feminine. I'm feeling like Aphrodite energy. You're very physically attractive. People feel very lucky. That's part of what makes you so beautiful. Forgiveness. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. I also think that you are very generous with forgiveness or compassion. There's a lot of nurturing here. There's a lot of healing energy. I also get that you may pray for people, or you may do a lot of like workings for people. I think you are very compassionate and giving to your friends and family. You're the kind of person that may buy gifts for your friends, or you bake cookies, or you go out of your way for people. And on top of that, you're really attractive. I'm hearing like some people think you're the total package. You may have issues with people being jealous as well. We have wrath, and we have deception. You're also like a human lie detector, okay? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe, okay? Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I feel you're unforgettable because you can read people. You know when people are off. People trust your intuition. And you're very attractive. Some of you guys have a darker aesthetic. Some of you guys have a preppy aesthetic or a lighter aesthetic. Whatever it is, you really know how to carry yourself. You really know how to present yourself in a certain way that makes you unforgettable. But there's also a natural beauty here as well. You're deeply connected to the Divine Mother or a feminine God form. But I tell you, part of what makes you unforgettable is you know how to bring it, okay? If someone messes with you, no, we're not going to do that. I hear spirit say, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We don't do that here, right? So I feel like If someone steps to you, if they mislead you, betray you, or your friends, all bets are off. Okay, you do what you need to do to take care of you and yours. And over here on this channel, we don't judge people for what they do. I do feel like people have unforgettable memories with you. Like they enjoy being around you. I'm seeing people laughing. I'm seeing you maybe what people think are entertaining, or they like what you have to say. I feel like you make good jokes. You have good jokes or good conversations. I'm hearing deep conversations. I feel like when people are sick, they can really turn to you for compassion. Some of you guys make really good soup or really good food, Cancer energy. But there is also this, like, you're good at, some of you are really good at the holidays. You create like experiences. You have experiences with people and Taurus energy. So you might have some really, people enjoy their memories with you, and it makes you unforgettable. Like you create experiences for people. Okay, we have learning from social conflict. There's that wrath card. Yeah, I feel like honestly, part of this unforgettable energy is that people who cross you learn. They learn a lot about themselves, about mess around and find out kind of stuff. Like that, they find out so much about themselves and you, not to cross you and not to cross those that you love, because you will have none of it. We have manifesting the future, and we have breaking the chains of repeating cycles. Yeah, I feel like you are a powerful manifester. I think we're going back to that lucky energy. I think people who are close to you a lot of times reap the benefits of your ability to manifest. You may actually be a witch, okay? But especially for people you love. And sometimes, I'm going to tell you, sometimes things manifest for people you love when you do workings before they manifest for you, but that's good. I feel like you enjoy doing that kind of stuff. Like you enjoy helping people. You enjoy being there for people. And I do feel like there are people who try to manipulate you, and you can just read them. You can just read them. And those people, when you catch them, I feel like they are dumbfounded. Like, how did you know? Because you are deeply intuitive. You just know. You have powerful discernment. There it is. Yeah, you are powerful. You have some natural psychic abilities. You are naturally gifted in this area, and people cannot get over on you. Crown chakra, there it is. Yeah, you are connected to spirit in a very powerful way. And I think for some people, it's very intimidating. I'm getting some intimidating energy here. Well, it's with that wrath card. They just are not really sure how to step around this. Okay, I'm getting like something about your eyes as well. Like there's something powerful about your eyes that make you unforgettable. Some of you guys are coy. You act coy sometimes, or timid, but like or shy sometimes. Like some of you guys have that going on, but behind that is this like powerhouse. But that's not all of you. That's a few of you. And I feel like when you're acting like shy or timid or withdrawn, it's because you feel something's off many times. Sometimes people mistake your quietness for weakness, or your compassionate nature for weakness, your kindness for weakness, and many times they end up getting this. They find out that you're very powerful. I feel like you have come to this discernment because you have been lied to and taken advantage of so many times, because you are indeed attractive. You are indeed beautiful, okay? And for some of you, you may not feel like you're beautiful. You may not own that. And I want to encourage you to work on that. Okay, work on owning yourself, owning your vessel. Beauty is more than how you look, right? Beauty is to the soul, to the depths of the soul. And many times, beauty, when we start working on our own issues, which I feel like you have been, the beauty starts to radiate outward, okay? So I feel like it would be in your best interest to really walk into your vessel in an embracing way. Okay, it's going to help you. I feel like also being more in contact, being more present in the vessel is going to help you expand your gifts and abilities, because you are extremely powerful. All right, you're extremely powerful. I'm going to get a few tarot here. We have the Ten of Cups. I feel like you make people really happy. That's part of what makes you unforgettable. People have a lot of joy around you, a lot of fulfilling, Ace of Swords, a lot of fulfilling experiences, a lot of joyful experiences, a lot of happiness. There's a lot of happiness. I'm seeing laughter. I'm seeing tears, but understanding and compassion. The Three of Swords. I do feel like when stuff gets ugly, part of this energy that makes you unforgettable is you will break hearts. Like, if you mess with me, all this yummy, yummy, compassionate, loving, nurturing energy will absolutely rip your heart out. So don't mess with me. I get that. I get that very strongly. And so there are people who have really good memories of you whose hearts are broken over you. Like, they're heartbroken. Absolutely. Tell me more about this. You're a heartbreaker, group 2. You give them clarity on this happiness they had. Like, you thought we were happy. You thought you were my friend, my partner, whatever, and you lie to me. No, I will not abide you lying to me. I will not abide that judgment. We're not doing that to me. It's like, I feel like at one time you probably did, but you have learned and you have discerned. And now you're like, no, I deserve better. All this nurturing you give to others, I feel like you're either learning to put it on yourself or give it to yourself as well, or you already have. And so when someone lies to you, when someone mistreats you, when someone takes this happiness for granted, okay, they get the sword. You know, they get the truth. They get their heart cut out, okay? They get that judgment, and it's harsh, but it's real. You know, it is what it is. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like you move on, and it leaves people with their memories of you. It leaves people, I feel like you shock people with this. You can be very shocking, and that leaves people in this energy of you're unforgettable. I can't believe they did this. I can't believe they just left me like this. I mean, how could they do this to me? I feel like you leave people who, I think it's because they feel like in some way you're codependent on them somehow. And they don't realize, oh, you think I'm codependent? No, we're not codependent. You're codependent on me. I'm not codependent on you. I'm not codependent anymore. All that love and compassion and yummy goodness things I was giving you, yeah, I was giving those to you because I loved you. I cared about you. But if you're going to lie to me and mislead me, we're done. And when you go cold, it is frigid. And they're in a wasteland, a frozen tundra. And there is no coming back. There is no coming back. And yeah, it makes you absolutely unforgettable. And they live in their memories. Broken-hearted. You are a heartbreaker for real. You are a heartbreaker for real. There's too many cards here. So we're going to just take a couple of these. Give me a couple of these cards. Just give me a couple. Okay, that one. Yeah, the Magician. It's like, when this kind of stuff happens, you start working. You start manifesting. You turn to what you know, which is manifestation. A lot of you guys are witches, or you work in magic or manifestation or prayer. You turn to whatever you use to manifest the next thing. And you also, if that doesn't resonate, I feel like you also know you have everything you need to move to the next level, like to move on to the next person, the next thing. You know that you can heal and recover. You know that you don't absolutely need to be codependent on another person anymore. And some people get very, especially those who are codependent or damaged in some way, they misread your connections sometimes and don't understand that although they interpret the situation as you needing them, The thing is, you love them and you're giving them compassionate nurturing and attention and all these things. But it is with the understanding that you're not going to continue that if someone betrays you. There's a limit to your compassion. And you're not going to allow past patterns, breaking, repeating cycles and patterns. You're not going to allow past cycles to repeat. You're just not. You're not that person anymore. So you will cut people off, and they are absolutely heartbroken. And of course, they're thinking about you. You're unforgettable. You got some people missing you. Some people are haunted by you. Okay, I just did a video on being haunted. Who's haunted by you? And I feel that energy here, so you might check that one out. Also did one on what makes you such a heartbreaker, and you are a heartbreaker. That's part of what makes you unforgettable. I'm going to get these two. We have the 10 of Pentacles. That's your energy. And the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you stand out. You stand out among people. I feel like people are just, they're drawn to your energy, your grace, your compassion, your nurturing. They want more of it. They want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of this energy. They want more. They want more. Yeah. And then you give it to them, and then they show their true colors, and you're just like, I'm done. Because you're on this. I feel like you are working on manifesting like stability, real connections, like true connections, foundational connections. You do not want any fly-by-the-night people in your life anymore. You want stability. So at the first sign that someone is lying to you or betraying you, you're just like, So we're going to remove that and move on. We're going to move on because I'm not competing for anyone. I'm not fighting. We're not going to do that. I'm going to move on and find my happiness, find my peace. And that's what you're doing. And I'm telling you, it makes you unforgettable. Some of you guys, when you do this, you cut people off. You ghost people, you go no contact, and that's it. And I tell you what, that is devastating to some people. And listen, I'm not judging you for it. I totally understand it. Like, once someone betrays you, because, when you're loyal, this is Leo, Libra type energy. This is Taurus type energy. This is Scorpio type energy. Like, once you betray certain types of energy, there is absolutely no coming back, and we're just done. And I feel that here. And so people linger in their memories of you, and you're unforgettable. And I just want to tell you, some of these people who linger in this energy, they create a whole like reality around you. And yeah, I'm telling you, you have that Scorpio energy. I'm going to tell you, people follow you online. They silently watch you from the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say they're stalking you, but they watch you because you're unforgettable. And the way the situation ended was so abrupt that they're lingering in your energy. Okay? Because you are unforgettable. They missed the boat with you. They messed up. And they thought because you were so compassionate, you were so nurturing, that you would forgive them. And I think on some level you have. You've forgiven them and moved on. And you're done. You don't want to hear about it. You don't want to rehash it. You don't want to revisit it. You just want to go. Because in your mind, they did what they did, and you don't really owe them an explanation for anything you are doing or did. And I understand that. I really, really do. So that's what makes you so unforgettable. All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Ghost. Number 21, From Another World. This is going to be your reading all about why are you so unforgettable. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I feel like you are deeply connected and extremely unique. I feel like there are people who feel like when they meet you, they've never met anyone like you. I feel a very unique frequency. You may be an artist. You may be extremely creative. You may dress a certain way, or the way you act is unique, but there's something about you that is very unique. Some of you guys are spiritually gifted or psychically gifted, or you have some kind of unique ability, but you're very unique. And it makes you completely unforgettable. But we're going to get into some more cards as well. Some of you guys are spirit mediums with the ghost here, just straight up. Very connected to the spirit world, and you always have been, and it's made you feel a little strange. Yeah, let's get into these cards. So we have the gardener. We have life purpose. I'm going to go ahead and just pull all your cards out. We have Hecate, protection. We have Baba Yaga, loss. We have Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. We have Persephone, the journey. Another group got Persephone. I think group 1. You may have been drawn to group 1. We have this word I can't say, the wise, intuition. We have the fairy of the green world. The natural world needs you. Okay. Well, I'm just going to say, I feel like you guys are witches, or you're witchy, or you're a spirit medium, or a psychic, or you're very artistic, you're artistic, you're a writer, you're an artist, or you have a unique way of looking at the world. Some of you guys are aligned with Hecate, or you've been blessed from the time you were born with certain unique abilities. Many of you guys, this lifetime is a big lifetime. It's like a culmination lifetime. And the gardener here, I feel like there's a big picture, all right? And part of your energy of being unforgettable is part of that. It's part of what you're here to do. You're here to stand out, okay? You're here to be a light in a crowd. You're here to do more than the norm. I feel like people, when they meet you and when they get to know you, I do feel like you stand out, but you're guarded. And at times, people feel like you're beyond reach. Almost like with this ghost energy, almost like you are in the subtle realms. Like you're here in this plane, but there's something about you that's unreachable, untangible. You're hard to pin down. You're hard to get a hold of. And it's just because like you actively interact with other realms, like the other side, on a consistent basis for many of you. If that does not resonate, you might want to check out group 1. I'm feeling like group 1 may be for some of you guys here. Tell me more about what makes my group 3 so unforgettable. I feel like you're here, a lot of you, this may not be for all of you, but for a lot of you, you're on a big journey, like a life mission here, and it's very protected, and it's being guided by a team of like spirits or ancestors. I see them lining up one by one, and anybody who like gets on in your way, like spirit just like removes the obstacles. Like there are certain things that you're meant to experience, and I feel like people feel this energy around you, and at times it will remove certain people from your life. It also draws people to you, and that's also what makes you unforgettable. People feel drawn to your energy, and they can't explain it. They don't understand it. And I feel like you have a lot of wisdom that comes from you, like from your actions. I feel like a lot of you, did you hear that little bell? A lot of your actions speak louder than words is what I'm hearing. Like people watch what you do. They trust you. And they know you're connected. You're very powerful. We have realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. I feel like this is part of your journey, is walking into your most authentic expression. And your most authentic expression is very hard to forget. I feel like people want to know more about you. And for many of you, these parts of yourself that you hold behind this gate, this hidden, these walls, this guarded walls, I'm seeing like high walls with a dark mansion behind it. That those things that you hold so dear are part of your strengths, and you're meant to bring those out. You're meant to express those. And I get it with this lost card. There's a lot of fear here. You're still working through this. This is part of your journey, okay? You're working through this fear. Some of you have a deep fear of people, and it's coming from a past life, because this is not the first time you've done this work, okay? And you're pulling people to you. You're unforgettable because people are remembering you from past lives, honey. They're remembering you because you have been a major player in past lives. Okay, you've done this before, and they remember you, and they remember what happened to you. Okay, and they feel drawn to you. They don't remember, they don't recall, they just remember the feeling, the help you gave, the uplifting energy you gave. They remember the connection, and they're drawn to you. Okay, and you're working through the fear that was created from those past lives where you kept being seemingly feeling like you're being punished and condemned for helping people, accomplish this life purpose. And the difference in this life is that there's going to be success here. The oppression and the blocks are going to be removed, and you're going to be able to blossom and succeed in helping people. And there's not going to be any of that restriction brought down. Because I'm hearing like there's a generation of people who are waiting for your work, be it a book, be it art, be it your words being said, spoken words, be it relationships you form that on down the line of generations will bring forth other people who will do major things. It's different for different people how this plays out. But however it does, it's very important. You're on a very important journey. And your energy that you give off is different. It's unique. It's vital. And it's underworld energy. We have Persephone here. You may align with kind of like shadow work, underworld energy, dark goddess energy, dark god energy. And I feel like you've done a lot of that work. You understand the power of the shadow. And you understand the power of the struggle. I feel like you guys have been through so much. That's part of this lost card. And I felt that, I think that was group 1. There was a lot of, stuff to work through, and it takes time. But your intuition, you're just so gifted. You're just so gifted in so many things. But you're highly protected. And at times, I feel like you don't feel like you're protected at all. But even through those hard times, you were protected. And I feel like more and more throughout your life as you move forward, you're going to see that protection really come forward in a powerful way. Tell me more about my group 3. Why are they so unforgettable? Okay, we got quite a few cards here. We have trusting in destiny. This takes bravery. It takes work. It takes commitment. And I feel like that's part of what makes you unforgettable, is that many of you are learning this, and many of you have learned this, to trust your journey, to trust your process. And you lean into what you know. That's very powerful. We have experiencing the reality of change. You understand the forces of chaos and change. You understand how, yes, it can be at times brutal. This journey is not for the weak of heart or mind, but you accept the past. And this here, accepting the past and engaging with fears and doubts, is part of what makes you so powerful. It's part of the power of your story. It's part of how you help other people. And for some of you, this is in your family. This is healing generational curses, generational patterns, whatever you want to call it. accepting what really happened to you or what happened in your family or whatever happened, and engaging with your shadow, your fears, your doubts, your trauma, whatever it was. Engaging with it, healing it, seeking help. That's very powerful because for many of you, no one around you has really done that. Instead, they've repeated the patterns. Some of you have gotten a hold of your toxicity, your own toxic behavior. You've gotten a hold of it. You've gotten control of it. It doesn't mean you don't battle with it some days, maybe every day. But it's like I'm seeing someone grab like a snake by the neck, I guess. If a snake has a neck, does a snake have a neck? And just kind of grab it and just like grab hold of it and just say, like, I've got you. And not do anything bad to the snake because you're acknowledging that the snake is part of you. Okay, this is your snake. So you put it in its cage where it belongs. And you understand it's there, you don't deny it, and you take care of it. Because you understand that experience with your addiction or your trauma or whatever this snake represents to you is valid and it's a part of you, and there's wisdom there because the snake also represents wisdom. You've gained a lot of wisdom by this work. It's made you very powerful, and it's given you unique insights to share with others. And some of you guys are still on this journey. Some of you guys, your gifts and abilities are continuing to expand. And you're going to be remembered for these gifts and abilities. You're going to be remembered, and your creations are going to be extremely unforgettable. It's going to help people to think in new ways about this reality, about their life, about themselves. It's going to be something that really helps people become inspired, which I got to tell you, being able to inspire people in this day and age is such a precious gift. So many people are not inspired, and can you blame them? You know, there's a lot going on in the world right now. Group 3, you're very powerful. And I feel like a lot of you don't realize how you affect people, how your energy affects people. I feel like some of you guys, not all of you, but some of you walk into a room and you affect the vibration in the room. You're like a beacon. You're like a radio. You can change the frequency of a room. You can drop it and you can raise it. We have the star. We're not taking any reversals. You can drop the energy and you can raise it. And I feel like if you just would become more aware of that and set your intentions before you enter a room or a conversation, if you can just try it, experiment with that and see how it works. I think you'll be surprised how really powerful you are. Okay. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Six of Cups. I feel like you don't realize how much you just heal people by interacting with them. I don't think you realize how much people enjoy being around you. I don't think you realize how much you mean to someone and to people, not just someone, but to people. How much people think about you, how much people value you. I don't think you understand your value. I think you have been so buried in your work and what you're doing that you just don't realize how unforgettable you are. And I need you to walk into that. I really do. I need you to see your worth. I need to see how much people value you, how important you are. Okay, tell me more about this. I'm going to take these 3 cards. Okay, no reversals. We have the 10 of Cups, we have the 2 of Cups, and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups here. You make people so happy. People walk away feeling good after they communicate with you, after being around you. Do you know how rare that is? Really. So many people, after they visit with someone they think they like, walk away thinking bad thoughts about themselves. Because that person really gives them underhanded or backhanded compliments, or the conversation always goes to the negative. You make people feel better about themselves. You make people feel happy. You make people feel inspired. That is a beautiful gift to have. Okay, that's a beautiful gift to share with others. And I just want you to start doing that with yourself. I feel like a lot of you have some negative self talk, and how you speak to others, I need you to start speaking that way to yourself, okay? With the Two of Cups here. People really enjoy your company, they enjoy being around you. You're unforgettable because you bring a lot of really good energy to your connections. And a lot of times you bring it before you ever even talk to somebody. That's what's so beautiful about this. You do it naturally because your energy, let me tell you something, your frequency is so high. If it's not high right now, it's going here. That's where it's headed. And it's your presence. People, you're unforgettable just because of your presence. You are one of those people that just have a presence about them. And a lot of times, the real switch on happens when people like this accept this about themselves. And they understand the power of their presence. And they understand what good they can do with it. It takes a lot of work to get here. It takes overcoming your fears, overcoming your doubts, and healing your patterns, which is what you're doing. You are unblocking yourself. This takes time. This takes energy. This takes a lot of work, which you've been doing. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, King of Pentacles is a successful business person. There is success on your horizon, and it's part of your energy. And some of you guys may be like, I don't even care about that anymore. Exactly. You don't even care about it anymore. And that's exactly when the universe is like, oh, you don't care about it anymore? You're focused on your life purpose now? You're realigned to happiness. You're realigned to your work. Okay, so now we're going to give it to you. Now it's coming in. Now it's just a happy side blessing because you're working on your stuff. You're working on the things that make you happy. You're allowing happiness to flow. You're no longer, choked up in doubt. That's just a little side message. You are so unforgettable because group 3, and I try not to say this often because I feel like when you say this to everybody, it's no longer meaningful, right? But group 3, you are special. You are very, very special, okay? And I need you to walk into the truth of that. You're very gifted, you're very talented, and many of you are blocking your own success. You're blocking yourself, okay? The people around you can feel it. They can feel how blessed you are. They can feel your gifts. They can feel it bubbling to the surface. Okay, you are very unforgettable. There's so many beautiful things about you. You make people feel so wonderful. And some of you guys, on top of this, there's something about your appearance that makes you unforgettable. Some of you guys are striking. You're striking. There's something about you that when people see you, it just hits them. And a lot of it is that when they see you, your energy just kind of hits them in their heart chakra. Okay, or lower, depending. But for some of you, there's just something about your energy that's so striking and calls people to attention. Okay, and that makes you completely unforgettable, group 3. So that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.